Ratio between men and women at the church is always going to be more women than men. Case closed. So don't let that intimidate you, girl, because your husband could have been in that room, okay?
Room full of singles. And I'm like, this has to be an experiment.
His sister went to a church for a singles night and found 1,000 single women and no men.
Because where are the men?
Because we're wholesome and we're trying to find a man of God.
You're wholesome drinking?
In the church?
Real Christian man. Where are you guys?
Singles night at my church. Yes, I go to Union Church, and here are my thoughts. The ratio between men and women at the church is always going to be more women than men. Case closed. So don't let that intimidate you, girl, because your husband could have been in that room, okay? Or man, your wife could be in that room. Don't let the fact that it's at the church intimidate you. If anything, that should excite you to go. I went by myself. I ended up having a fabulous time. Sermon was honestly phenomenal, and I love that the pastors took questions from the audience and got us engaged as well. Questions were deep. People asked about lust. People asked about divorce. People asked about purity culture. As women, we're taught to be a certain way and to just smile and obey, and eventually a man from the sky will just come down and save us. But we have to also do the work. So going to things like this, being social, joining groups, getting involved in the community, focusing on yourself as well, like focusing on your health, your wellness. That's also going to get you out there, and your potential person that God has for you could discover you there. I loved the energy in the room. Everybody came in their best dressed. And yes, ladies, the men were menning, okay? They were dressed up, like they weren't wearing Nike Techs. At the end, we got a bingo card for the mixer, and each box was a conversation starter. Like, do you like coffee? Do you like to travel? XYZ. We could definitely work on the music though. All the Bruno Mars, it was grinding my gears. It's not 2008. But you know what? We'll work on that. It was such a good event regardless. And I definitely hope that as a body of Christ, we start to do more things that actually put singles together, because when you're in your faith walk, you're so like mind of a goldfish. This is what God wants me to do. This is what my purpose is. And you kind of block out the other people. And we can tend to also like run away from people if they're trying to talk to us at church. Me personally, as soon as the clock strikes at the end of church, as soon as we start worshiping out, I am out that door, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like, that's definitely me. So this type of event taught me to be like, you know what? I think I'll just linger. I think I'll just talk to a couple of the people around me. I think I will say hi to 3 people. Don't be afraid to
Three
say hi to
people?
your neighbor and tell them they look good. And we should be taking counsel from people who have biblical marriages, especially long-lasting marriages. So I love the panel. They did such a fabulous job. The lighting, the production is always immaculate. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. If you missed it, like, you just had to be there. Like, I could sit here and tell you, but you really just had to be there. So if you were also there and this ends up on your For You page, let me know how your experience was. I do wish you a happy and healthy dating life. And with that, I'll see you on Sunday.
So this is what she said. Singles night at Union Church, BWI, was definitely a vibe. And might I say, better than any worldly mixer I've seen. Union Church, BWI, singles night, relationship, right? So I'm thinking, wow. She did say it wasn't that many guys there. I'm thinking it was very social. Then I took a look in the comments. I had to do a crime scene investigation. This is what I found. Somebody said, I was there. Unpopular opinion. I saw like 2 guys, bingo game. All girls came up to talk to me, but there wasn't many men. But the girls looked bomb. Guys are not going, but the girls looked bomb. And I'm gonna break down why guys weren't going. So the conversations were good. Union could use more light. I feel it's dark in there. Okay, so hot take, girls immediately came up to talk to me as well. But it could be because they were just trying to win the game so they can get the prizes. I was there to make kingdom connections. I thought you were there to find a man. But you know what? You make kingdom connections too. But I'm sure you ladies are making a lot of kingdom connections. And no man. Yeah, I ended up leaving after the panel when they divided us by age because I looked around and it was a sea of woman. LOL, nonetheless, I got great notes from the conversation. That's every year. So every year, ladies, they're struggling. And I just want to take this time out to show the ladies that go to these things.
So can you compare those I
Yeah, man. The girls that go to these things, they're not bad. They're lookers. But there's a reason. Like, I hear some things. I hear ladies saying these church females are a headache. I see a lot of guys saying it also. You see them saying it down in the comments. Church girls are nothing to play with. That's an issue. Let me hear what the brothers got to say.
Went to singles night at church, and it was hundreds. I mean, at least 1,000. First, I thought it was 500, but the pastor said it was 1,000 singles in attendance. Like, are we all living the same life at this point? Because I've never been in a room with that many single people, or even thought that it was even. I thought I was like the only one left. I mean, beautiful women, all types, shapes, and sizes. Literally African American women. Like a room full of singles. And I'm like, this has to be an experiment. Like this has to be like assimilation. Is that the word I want to use? I think so. Like, I'm confused and I'm like low key.
In that video, I may have seen 2-3 guys. This is a problem, ladies. We're gonna get into it today.
Like nervous, like for us. Well, shit for myself, fuck y'all. Because where are the men? Where are the men? Then again, don't know. Never mind. We know where they at. Bye.
Nice little heart to heart. So this sister went to a church for a singles night and found 1,000 single women and no men. Now, y'all don't like to listen to us because sometimes we come off as too strong and this, that, and the third, whatever you may want to say. But one thing about it is we tell y'all the truth when it comes to marriage. The men is not in them churches. The churches empower the women to be over the man. Y'all know it just as much as I do. Men run game. So men realize when game is being ran on them. I mean, I know y'all seen these tithing things where dudes say lock the doors and you got other people that's saying I need 10 people to sow a $10,000 seed and I need 100 people to sow $1,000. Men recognize game. Then there's the fact that a lot of women put their pastor over their husband. So would it look like a man getting involved with a woman and she gonna run to her pastor for every little thing? Meanwhile, the pastor might be committing adultery with her. Like this guy committing an extramarital affair with a woman since she was 19 years old. She called it abuse. He said it was an extramarital affair. Negro, it's adultery. Then you got this. This woman steps out with a new dress on that her husband bought for her. Not only does he get mad at men and make a whole sermon about how men need to control their lust, but he don't even check his wife when she's out there looking like. And y'all want men to be in these churches. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. The men are not going to fall for this no more. Now, one thing we as a people don't like is honesty. But guess what? You need honesty now. A lot of y'all going to be looking for husbands. A lot of y'all going to be looking for wives. And unless you find people that are actually applying the commandments, if you go into a church and they're saying God's laws is done away with, you're in the wrong place. Because if God's laws done away with, why y'all so mad at the pastors when he be committing adultery? When he be doing extra things with minors? Nobody has a problem saying that that's wrong. But in the Bible, it says that it's wrong. But y'all will fight against the rules of the Bible. Long story short, you got to be keeping the commandments. Godly men find godly women. Wicked men find wicked women. Wicked women find wicked men. Godly women find godly men. It is what it is. Y'all are not going to get around having to keep and apply the commandments of God.
And you heard what he said, the commandments of God. I got to say something because I was going to the black church before I left the U.S. I was going to a Baptist church, and I was going to church on Sunday until I went to church one day, and I was in there, and they tend to do this at churches. Some of them will just play the inspiration of church music, right? And at this one church I was going to, sometimes they would do that for the entire service. I wanted to hear the word of God, but I got I wasn't feeling that. I wasn't feeling that at all. So what happened was then I started doing Bible studies, and I simply started reading the Bible because the Spirit was calling me. I wanted the word, and that's when I came to the truth. And then right after that, that's when I found my wife. Wasn't in a church. Ain't that something? She believes in God. I did too. We prayed for each other. Ain't that something? Think about it, ladies. You're messing up. But this is really what the problem is. Check a look at this video.
Are the worst girls, and I say stay away from church girls, meaning bullies, self-righteous, judgmental women. I know it's a lot of conversation about decentering men, but men in my personal life have not done nothing to me. Like when I go outside and all that, other than relationships and being betrayed or deceived, nobody has hurt me more than a self-righteous, sociopathic, narcissist woman. Because church women have a way, we have daggers. Like we cut, like we say things that's so emotionally damaging to other women. No man, a lot of men will say some of the same things in my comments. But a woman, she's gonna study you, and she gonna, they're bullies. Stay away from them.
Good morning, my loves. So, tonight is sing night at church, and I'm so gonna be there. I don't have expectations because I've never been to one, but have any of you ever been to singles night at church? Let me know in the comment. I don't know how to get dressed. I don't know what to expect. But I'm excited. Let me know. Thanks. Comment below so I have some ideas. Great day.
If you're not a single 30-year-old Christian man, keep scrolling. If you are a 30-year-old Christian man, where are you guys? Us single Christian 30-year-old men are straight thinking the Lord might have ran out of husbands.
Where are the men? Oh man, they're playing worldly music. This is sad. Check this out.
Okay, so hurry up and don't pregame before we go either.
They're talking. She said, "Don't pregame." I'm not trying to judge. I'm not trying to be one of the church ladies, but they're still drenched in sin, and they're wondering why men don't go. The man told you. The man with the red shirt, I think it was orange. He told you why we don't go. But this is showing why. Don't pregame. Don't pregame.
Get ready with us because we're gonna go to a singles event with our church because we're wholesome and we're trying to find a man of God.
You're wholesome drinking
in the church?
Yeah. Are you gonna get
I
scared?
don't know. I'm just gonna be like, I don't know.
I'm gonna get scared. I'm gonna be like, or like,
I'm like, you know what my favorite Bible verse is? A man who finds a wife finds a good thing. And I am a wife.
I'm just gonna stare.
Wait, are we really not gonna talk to any of them? I'm scared. If they make me, if they try to do a circle thing and they be like, everyone say your favorite thing, I'm not doing it.
No, they wouldn't do that.
Are you sure?
No.
I'm getting up. I have to go to the restroom. I'm gonna be in the restroom.
We're gonna leave.
Also, Sydney said that there's gonna be.
You see, they're talking about not mingling. Let him continue.
Girls in heels. And I'm wearing sneakers.
I am too.
Yeah, but that means we're both not gonna get shown. They're gonna be like, wow, she
I
cares
think they'll
about
be
herself.
like little kitten heels.
What's the point of being 1 inch off the ground? Girl.
For the point.
Mm-mm.
You know?
I'm gonna tuck this in though so I don't look fat. It's ick.
But I feel
That's
like
mine.
some
That's
guys are like scared to like be assertive, and that's an ick.
Oh yeah, because you're not very like more quiet.
I'm so awkward, and so if they're
Same.
like scared to talk to me, then I get icked out.
Yeah, because you're like, okay, now both of us can't be scared around here.
Now what are we gonna do?
Yeah.
If I see one more video of a girl talking about something, why is all these girls show up to singles events and it ain't no men? It's 1,000 girls and it ain't no men. I'm like, nigga, have we not learned about the internet at this point in time? The internet has been out for so long and we have seen this so many times. What have we established, right? Attractive dudes get. What does that mean? Do you think if you get, do you have to go to a singles event?
Yep.
I'll answer that for you. No. Terrible dudes. What have we established? Terrible dudes always have a girlfriend, always have a wife, because girls seem to like terrible dudes. So therefore, that eliminates the terrible dudes and that eliminates the desirable dudes, right? So that means the dudes that go to singles events, who left? All the niggas that you didn't want. All the niggas that couldn't get in real life, or they're not, or they're good dudes. But you.
Yeah, the short guys, the fat guys, the bald guys, the guys they always go to the events and says nothing but short, fat, bald guys. You see it, right? You guys have seen it before.
You ain't want them. You don't want good dudes. Hey, what you want? Because like I said, the terrible dudes always got girlfriend and wives.
Ready? Are we gonna get chose tonight or what? By a man of God.
They're going to say the same thing. Sad.
Average on the internet, girls don't like good dudes. So that's why it'd be 1,000 at a single event and like 10 dudes.
And you see they don't. They're pre-gaming. They don't want these guys.
And ain't none of, and all the girls say, well, ain't none of where the attractive ones at. The attractive ones is getting in real life. Or if they not getting bitches, they at the house. Because they can get bitches at the house. They don't, desirable dudes don't have to go to singles events. It's only dudes that don't get in real life that got to go to singles events. So therefore, and what that will say about the girls, and it's going to hurt. What that's going to say about the girls at the single events is the niggas that you wanted didn't want you. So that's why you there. I'm sorry. That's mean. I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. That's why it don't be a bunch of desirable dudes at single events, you know. I thought the internet would have taught us this by now, but maybe I gotta be the bad guy and say it. But what do I know? I could be wrong. I'm just a nigga on the street.
You're 100% right.
Going around about single women in the church and how the church is keeping the women single. And I've seen this being a problem. I posted, I'm on my church journey as far as finding the church here. And one of the main things that I look at when I'm looking at churches and I report back to you guys is single women, single men being in the church. If there's a lot of couples, younger people, older people. And I made a comment saying, hey, this church that I visited, a lot of young people, a lot of young single people, right? So if anybody's looking to mingle, men of God, women of God, this is a great church for you. And in the comments, first thing or the second thing, it was like 7 or 8 women that commented. It was like, you don't need to be at church trying to find anybody, just the Lord Jesus Christ. And that mentality alone just tells you the mindset of a lot of
Isn't that the same thing the lady just said? Let's continue.
Single people, or just women in the church. And I hate to just harp on women, right? But this is just the women were the ones commenting. So just that mindset alone tells you a lot, right? You're going to a place as a single person that's not courting, that's not under a covenant, that's not building a family, right? And you're in a house to worship where other people are doing the same thing. So my brain automatically thinks, hey, if I'm a man of God and I'm going to a church where there's going to be women of God and other men of God, this is where I can connect with other men like myself and a wife, hopefully, right? Because she has the same morals and beliefs that I have. But for some reason, I hate to harp on those same women, but they have that mentality where it's like, nah, I'm just here to worship and that's it. And I'll just sit and I'll be faithful to the Lord. And then my husband's gonna walk in my living room. The perfect guy's gonna automatically appear someday. Like, I think that's what the church is preaching, right? I feel the church has a bigger responsibility into helping people get married, right? Because don't you go to your pastor for counseling, right? So why not be in the forefront of that, setting up speed dating or whatever it is, so people can get out there and be.
But you know what the problem is? They're not teaching ladies to be ladies. They're coming across, they don't want to lose the tithes and offerings they get. They come across like it's okay for them to be bad bees. Like it's okay for them to run a man, as one guy said, right? They're leading men. And who put that out there? Who was the first person that organized that? Satan. Satan, woman, man. That's the black church nowadays. You men want to go where they're being honored by the females, right? And it's not in the church.
Each other, God-fearing.
Not in that church. You can go to a church.
Women, God-fearing. So there are natural levels that we progress through, right? So being a child, right? Being a young teen, young adult, getting out of college, grinding, making some money, getting some money, right? Finally having some money, being able to enjoy the money, right? But there's other levels that we need to reach, right? Other chapters in life, right? Being a husband, being a wife, that's a new chapter, right? Being a mom, being a dad, right? Being a grandparent. So in closing, I would like to say I would love to see the church step up and bring Christians together, right? Us as people of color, let's not stray away from meeting our spouse in the church. Let's not stray away because we got a little money now, right? And put that before your spouse or meeting your person you're supposed to build with. All right? Let's lock in, man. Y'all take care of yourself.
You know, I tell people from time to time, especially when I have meetings, I tell guys what's happened in the church, especially, is people have gotten away from what it's all about. You know, you saw the one guy say, the woman lead the men, right? Like, and what it is, and a lot of people don't realize this. They celebrate, they get married, they want a nice fat ring, want the man to have the ring, get them a nice fat diamond ring, but that's not how it's supposed to be. And you have to look at the name. They call it a wife, and they call a man the husband. And you know why he's the husband? Because he's the wedding ring, the band. He bands the family together. They're under his umbrella. We're not supposed to wear rings. Why do you think so many weddings fail? Because it's all about material. And you ever know who brought that into play? As soon as we get back to the way it's supposed to be, people will realize, wait a minute, I know why things are messed up. We're not doing things right. You have to honor men. Because when men weren't being honored, that's when sin came in. After sin, the Lord gave us work. It's deeper than people think, man. I'm telling you.
You know how like people treat dating apps? Like you're on dating apps, and a lot of people, if you tell people on dating apps, most people look at you like you're desperate. Right? That's exactly how men treat dating events. It's like it looks desperate for us to show up at these dating events. And at the same time, women have told us that they don't take men seriously at dating apps. These dating events, they're just kind of browsing around, trying to find the best one. And they humiliate men a lot at these dating events. So most men just don't want to go through that. At the same time, most women don't show up at these dating events ready. They're like just trying to look pretty and trying to find the best looking dude or whatever. But they never did any self-worth whatsoever to find a good like Christian man at a Christian event or something like that. So it's like
This man is talking with a lot of sense. Listen, ladies, you have to listen to the men.
Most men just don't want to risk it. There are some that would, but most just don't want to risk that iffy. It looks iffy to us.
And look what they do.
I'm always attracted to short men. Ah! Am I poison? I'm hearing there's a 6 foot plus party soon. The when I heard that, there was a light bulb that just flicked. This 6 foot plus party is for me. I must be there. Every day shortcake. Hey, listen, strawberry shortcake. Move to the side. I'm tired of all these blood clot short men. Nah, 6 foot, here I come. Cause what do you mean? It might be like, cause I want a JA too. I need to find my husband.
Exactly what he's talking about. We've gotten so far away where everything is material, everything is height, everything is my man has to be perfect, and the only thing perfect is God. But you ladies act perfect. And then you say, I want a man who's tall, I want a man who has money, and I want a man who has a nice car, I want a man who has this, I want a man who has that. And the crazy thing about all that, right? That's why guys like this have gotten so popular.
It does matter? Step on the scale.
Wait, who said I'm insecure about my weight?
Are you insecure about your weight? All right,
Yeah.
then step on the scale.
I don't know you. This is a weird...
No, it's weird to judge guys based on something they can't change. That's what's weird.
Thank you.
I'm gonna go.
All right.
Exactly.
Yes, absolutely.
Wait, it does step on the scale. She judges based on height, so we're gonna judge her based on weight.
No, that's
I mean, don't you think it's embarrassing for short guys? They can't change their height. I'm not short, but other guys are short. Don't you think it's embarrassing when a girl's like, you're too short?
You don't like fat girls, is that a preference?
I don't. I judge based on stuff you can change, and you can change your weight.
You can't change your weight?
Yes, you can change your weight.
You can't change your weight?
I can't change my height. You can change your weight.
Get a haircut and then we'll talk.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate that. Thank you.
That was a crazy. You sound like a douchebag.
Oh, yeah. He sound like a douchebag now. So you saying that about guys is not a douchebag? He flipped it. That's all he did. He flipped on his head, and you're talking about something men can't change. It's crazy.
On the scale, 160, nah, that's crazy. Where the hell do you put it all? Definitely not there, that's for sure. Nah. Twins. 160, nah, 160 is crazy. Hey, don't judge guys based on height. Does height matter in a guy? You said yes?
Yeah.
All right, so step on the scale. Because you said height matters, I judge based on weight. 180? No. Nah. She weighs more than you. Don't judge guys based on height. Excuse me. Do you think height matters in a guy?
Yes.
It matters?
I don't. 100%.
All right, wait. So step on the scale. 165. 180 so bad. Does height matter in a guy?
No.
Good.
Yeah, big girl. That's what's up. Big girl said no. She didn't want that smoke, but watch at the end.
How about you? It matters? No. Step on the scale. Oh my God. Because you're saying height matters, so I say weight matters. You can change your weight. Guys can't change their height.
You know what? I'll step on the scale.
You see that? Big girl is humble and she has nothing. She said, I'll step on the scale. I like what he did at the end. Watch this.
Step on it.
He didn't show it. He didn't show it. Why? Because he's nothing like a friend. It's crazy. But you know what? This guy, he came up with this. This made him viral. And, you know, I see him as the equalizer. Like men that do what I do, we're equalizers. But this right here is a great idea. He's an equalizer. Something like this.
Some men, I gave them a chance. They made their decision. I'm giving you the opportunity to make yours.
Giving you the opportunity to make yours. Step on the scale.
The Iceman is coming.
Winter is here.